Okay, now to the last section of the course here, the finger picking workshop. And really, we're just looking at three more pieces to play that are a lot more advanced than you had before. There's a couple more of the studies to look at, just again to really enhance your skills, your finger picking skills. And then three more tunes to play. A lot of people won't necessarily get this far, and that's fine. That's all good. There's plenty of stuff you can play without these more advanced skills. Um, if you do want to go and do this stuff, be prepared to give yourself some time. Right? That's the main thing. Have a look at the three tunes, Nobody's Fault But Mine, Boom Boom, the old John Lee Hooker thing, and Terraplane Blues. And Terraplane is a bit tricky, right? So you probably don't want to take that one on first. But just have a look for yourself and see which one you want to do. Have a look at run through the whole 30 minutes or so of the three tunes. See how you go. Have a go at the studies, and with your skills up to this level, you'll be able to play a whole lot of different things from all over the place. So take these ones bit by bit. You're going to rely on the notes on the tab a lot more now, and persevere but enjoy. Cheers. Finger picking study number 21. 2, 3, 4. Finger picking study number 22. Finger picking study number 23. 2, 3, 4. Finger picking study number 24. 2, 3, 4. Finger picking study number 25. Two, three, four. So the trick with this piece, and the reason that it's in here, is you're constantly coming down with the bass on every single beat. Right? So I want you to go through the notes and get the tab and learn how to play it. You can have a listen and watch my hands as well. I'll have a look at the basics of how it works here. Okay, so you're either going to be picking a bass note by itself, or you're picking a bass note and the melody with your middle finger, or the melody and the bass note with your index finger, or the melody note may be on an upbeat, in which case there is nothing on the upbeat, nothing on the thumb. Sure, I beg your pardon. So it's really worth taking that one bar and slowing it right down and really getting that right. You're alternating first and second fingers, index and middle fingers, I should say, every single time. Yeah. That part there will take a bit of practice. Easy enough on the top strings. But the next melody note, sorry, I should have started that on my index finger, is on the second string. And then you're pinching with the thumb and the middle finger to play the melody note, but this time on the second string. And now, because that nobody's fault, that one's a crotchet, a full beat. Now you're playing the thumb and the index finger together, followed by a quick melody note with your second finger on the upbeat this time. Oops. So your thumb has to be independent. These two fingers have to coordinate themselves so that they're picking one after the other every single time. And you go through that the whole way, through the whole piece. Some parts are easy, you're just playing the bass note throughout the whole thing. But that's the trick with this one. Whoops. So play it nice and slowly, and follow the fingering in your tab, and see if you can just manage to get your fingers to all work independently of each other like that and get that piece down. It'll be really worth your while. Cheers. One, two, one. Okay, boom, boom, John Lee Hooker. Right, so we start this one way down here on the 10th fret on your second string and slide up to the 12th. So your first note really is that tonic note, the one note there on the 12th fret, okay? And the melody goes like this. It's slide up to there, and then up to the minor third, and then back down. Yeah? So 10 up to 12, up to 11 on the top, back to the 12th and slide down to the 10th fret, and then must be the 8th fret, and then a little shape there. So that's one that you'll recognize, and you'll play that a lot throughout the thing, right? Then the other part is down there. So let's have a look at the right hand fingering, and again it's in your notes. So that's P for the thumb, I for the index, M for your middle. So we use your index finger first of all, and then it's just alternating between middle and index the whole way. Yeah? And then I'm playing the main melody part with my thumb and just hooking up onto that 5 note there with my first finger before I go to the minor third, so like that. That's your main riff in the bottom end. Then we've got the next part of the riff on top. Now I like to play that first slide up there to the, what's that, the C note, the 4, and the flat third up to the 4 with my thumb on the right hand. And then again you start with the index finger and alternate between the index and middle. And back to the riff. Yeah, now to get you to the 4 chord, to the C chord, we play that first riff again. But this time, instead of finishing it there on the C, you finish it on the F, the 4 note of the C chord. Okay, so that's exactly the same fingering, but now we come down with the thumb on that F note at the end. And the riff, now you just take that whole riff up, what's that, a fourth, 5 frets. But you need to play it like that. That'll take a little bit of practice. So what have I done then? The same fingering, thumb, finger, thumb. You'll see that again in your notes. But this time I come back to play the 4 note in C there, the F, with my first finger, index finger, and first finger on the 3rd fret on my left hand before coming back down with the 3rd finger now because I've changed position. So that little hook again there on the C chord goes like this. I'll slow it down. Again. Yeah. And then just repeat the response riff. Exactly the same as we had it before. Then it's back to the top riff again. But this time you're going to the D chord. Now the 4 in D is the G, and we take advantage of the open G on the 2nd string there. So this riff now is, and again you're alternating index and middle fingers. So you play that G with your index finger. Now we fly up to the top of the neck again, and it's, so this time the 2nd note that you play there is the A note on the 2nd string. Yeah, and it's the same riff you'll notice as we had on the G, but now it's on the D string. And exactly the same response riff. And finish on the G. Okay, I didn't get the fingering right for that last little bit. That happens from time to time. Now that's a great piece, and it's a little bit tricky, and it's really good for your right hand again. So take it one little bit at a time, and have a good time with that one too. It's a great piece. Cheers. 2, 3, 4. And I feel so lonesome. Only hear me when I'm on. And I feel so lonesome. Oh, hear me when I'm on. Now who's been driving my terraplane for you now? Honey child, since I've been gone. Alrighty, Terraplane Blues, Robert Johnson, classic Terraplane Blues. Now, I've chosen to try and keep this as close as I could get it to what Johnson recorded. Even though there's some pretty tricky stuff going on, it's right at the end because it's designed again to give you something to continue to aim toward, continue to work through, even if you just get little bits of it right for now and then focus on other bits later. It's worth pushing yourself with a piece like this, yeah? Even if it's a long way off, it's still worth having something to really extend yourself with, and that's why I've got this in here. Let's have a look at it then, shall we? We start up there on the 12th fret, and the first couple of bars are 3/4 bars, and with a sort of shuffle feel. So the da 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 da. That's like a bluesy shuffle sort of intro thing, except for that's a straight 16th run. So okay, I want to slide from the 12th back to the 10th, and then the 8th, and then the 10th, and then back to that da sort of feel, right? So you can analyse that, look at the dots, or just listen. And then, right, a typical sort of shuffly descending line there for the turnaround. Right, and then we go to the 4/4 bar and to a straight feel. Yeah, which introduces the main sort of theme of the tune. So you got alternating fingers, in middle index, and they're mainly playing in middle on the top, index on the second string, except for that one note there where you play the index on the top. Yeah, so practice that. That's going to be a good one to practice and get down first before you move on to some of the other more tricky ones later, right? So even if you just get that intro sorted, you'll have gone a long way toward developing some really cool right hand stuff. Okay, to the tune, Feel So Lonesome. Okay, so I'm going thumb, index, and then, okay, down, up, down, middle, index. Yeah. Right, it's in your tab, and that's what it sounds like. Thumb down, index up, index down, up, down real quick, and then middle, index, and then the little lick at the end. Do it twice. And then okay, so that, again, that's like your response to the vocal part. So that movement there from the 10th fret on the second string back to the 9th is the main lick, isn't it? Yeah, now there are little variations you can play with that, but that's the main part of it, right? Yeah. Then we go to the C chord. Now, instead of going just there to a 4 chord like in the C, Johnson does this, which is awesome. Right, he's got this lick going from the 10th to the 9th over the G chord, right? So that's your 7th note, flat 7th note, and your 6th note, right? So it's sort of playing the 7th chord, 6th chord, funky sort of 13th type thing. Yeah. All right, way before his time. Then, by using the same thing down a semitone, he's got another sort of signature part, but although a different part, of the 4 chord. That there is the major third on the 4 chord. That's the minor third on the 4 chord. So that's that movement in itself suggests the 4 chord without having to go to there, right? Okay, there's the 1, dum 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 dum. Yeah, and he does it with the same sort of rhythmic pattern. Right, so he only plays the minor to major the once, but that's enough. He's got the little finger up there on the 11th fret, the B flat. Why? Because that's the tritone. Yeah? In C, isn't it? The flat 7 there and the major third there. That's your tritone in C. That's over the C, and then back to the back to there for the G chord. You've already done that part. All right, so again, let's have a look at those couple of bars from bar 9 where the C chord is. Yeah? And then down, up, down, middle, index, middle. And the next part, because it's just the 8th note third, you just alternate between index and middle fingers. Okay, and then bar 11 and 12 is just the same lick, and then we go to Who's Been Driving My Terraplane for You Now, Child. I should have slid up to the 5th fret and stopped then, so it's the D chord. Whoops. So D. So again, he's on the C chord, but instead of just going to the C, he's gone to the G at the 5 note in G in C, but it's the tonic. And it rings, and you're suggesting that 4 chord without even playing it, right? So it's Honey Child Since I've Been Gone. And then that other lick that you used in the 3rd and 4th bar. All right, Terraplane Blues. Now, like I said, that's going to take you a while. You're going to have to study the tab. And don't be afraid to play some little variations around those main licks either. Cheers.